Last time on the Banner Saga.
I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal, I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Man, we killed a lot of people on our way up here. The journey continues. Hello, Internet, and welcome back to the Banner Saga. I believe what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to deal with, I believe it's the king, the Varl king, that arrived at the docks. And apparently all his fleet left. Any over here? Nope. Though there is that awesome castle off there in the distance that I didn't notice before. I hope we get to go there. So let's go deal with the docks. Wagner. A familiar Varl steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall a much younger version tramping the halls of Grofheim, abundant in purpose. God, Zubin, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old, and if there is Wagner, there must be Hakon. Must there? Wait, he was literally on the other side of you. Was that a question? Oh, and I can scroll this. I don't even think I figured that out last time I played this. Look at you two. Clothes flapping in the wind. Holstering your axes. That axe looks lovely. Okay, let's continue this conversation. Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid, old Yox. At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Jornder demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grofheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. I just returned from Aberang, in fact. Or Arberang. And glad for it. Hakon motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering, golden wolf head emblazoned on red. The king of men, or someone in his behalf. The king's whelp. The king's son, Ludin. Don't you know, Scrivener? We visit his capital. He visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. Then you're going to Grofheim. I have the distinct feeling I finished my business in Strand and was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but... let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What he's trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Where's Moger? Hakon, have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. A host of giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few. Others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find a Moger. See you in the morning, Scrivener. I'll be along. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grofheim should be more interesting than most years, you think. I wonder how you get that look. Like, is that a royal fashion thing? Where you can get a look where you just know that that kid pulled the legs from spiders. Who do you get a tailor for that? Oh well, I suppose we'll find out when we see him. Weariness suddenly settles in, and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Wagner's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with the Khan, or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. Alright. So now we have choices. Maybe? Oh god. Yep, that is in fact how I would imagine somebody looked if they pulled the legs off of spiders. Look at that squint. He's sizing you up to pull your legs right off. I want to talk to Hakon. He seems like he's having none of this. It's all news to him. Let's go talk to you. Scrivener. You find Hakon in the mead house surrounded by other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon. Wagner's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Huh, humans. I guess if I only lived as long as a Yoxfart, I might be desperate to make something of myself, too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakan. Hakan lets slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swath through the Dredged at Wagner's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Down here, I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. Just another reason to get back to Grofheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the meat house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. Okay, so no choices yet. Let's talk to this guy. Prince Squint Eyes. Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Varl who must be working for Luden. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Luden. Yes, you're with Wagner. I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Wagner a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grofheim with my guards. I want to check and see if there's anything cool to look at. There's a deer skull, maybe? Okay, not really. Now that I know that I can pan the screen, I'm just so interested in seeing what else the environment has to offer. Luden looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying tithes to the capital. We crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? I have a habit of recording history. I thought we might talk about your visit. A Varl historian. Aha! Don't you already know? Your king and mine both have been practically trumpeting it throughout the cities. I've been on the road a while, I'm afraid. Luden takes a deep sigh. Whether tired or ungracious, you aren't certain. Maybe both. A formality, mostly. Wagner came to our capital in Arberang, and now we have to go to the Varl's capital in Grofheim to cement this grand alliance for the next age of men in Varl. You sound unconvinced. There's no need for it, and it's damned cold up here. You get the sense he's struggling not to complain outright. You take the opportunity to excuse yourself. Man, I wanted to have historical record of the future king of men complaining about how cold it is up here. I mean, look at all these fires. You could just sit in one of those. Oh well, Great Hall time. At dawn, you're awoken by a delivery of goods. At least you think it's dawn. Damn hard to tell with a sun that never moves. The governor's crest adorns the supply leathers. All there, just as promised. To your mild surprise. You wonder if Eric had anything to do with that. Ooh, renown. Your guards take the treasure wagon down to the gates. Wagner is already there. A while later, Luden and his men appear, groggy and disheveled. Moger steps forward, Wagner's quartermaster, if you recall correctly, in charge of his unwieldy entourage of warriors. You know him only in passing. He asks if you are ready to depart. We're ready. You follow Moger and join the others. Usually, the smaller doors set into the gates would be enough to enter or leave the city, but the town guards have been told to push them open entirely. They mutter things under their breath that are best not heard. Perhaps the governor expected you to draw a crowd, but there's nothing of the sort. Just frustrated, tired people. It summarizes Strand well as a whole, you think. Oh, for a second there I thought I had to go back to the Great Hall. Quick loading screens, yes! It's so new and exciting. Oh, and wow, we have much less supplies. Oh, that's because we have way more people. Yeah, because the more people you get, the less your supplies will actually last you. And starvation is not good for morale. And you want morale to be good so you can get more bonus willpower. We're headed to Vetterfell. That's definitely not how you pronounce it. The caravan stops for the day. A gift, says Moger, cracking open mead casks, from our gracious friend, the governor of Strand. Hours pass with raucous laughter as the mead is passed throughout the camp. Ubin doesn't seem like the type to just drink a lot. Let's drink a little. You go easy. You've nothing against a good drink, but if anyone is going to keep an eye on things, it may as well be you. The revelers eventually fall asleep without incense. Sweets. There are probably many other choices that could have happened there. Quick drink. Because maybe one of those choices, if I had actually drank a lot and fallen asleep, the revelers would have gotten out of hand and I wouldn't be there to keep an eye on it. Choice matters a lot in this game, like Mass Effect, except with deadlier consequences. You rise groggily, the campsite a casualty of merriment. Moger is already kicking warriors awake when you spot Ludin stalking your direction. He sidesteps sleeping bodies. Better wake up, you nudge Wagner. You're needed. Ah, it's Ludin. Always a pleasure. You look well rested. More panning. Is that a ship? Look back there. Like, left, yeah, left side. That's a ship, isn't it? Okay, and then anything else is blocked by, Ubin's giant body. Wagner releases a caged yawn and receives a hard-eyed stare in return. How long to Grofheim? We're only 2 days out of Strand, you know. Come, I'll show you on the map. Oh, this is taking some prep work. Drag the map to look around. A portrait icon shows where your caravan is in the world. You can also tap on any location to get some history about it. Oh my lord, I forgot how big this was. I may in fact do all the history locations, but definitely not in the middle of a video. I will click on Grofheim because that's apparently important. The last home of the Varl and seat of their power, founded by Arnfinnr. That's definitely not how you pronounce that either. The second Varl king. Though the Varl have moved around a lot, most consider Grofheim their capital. The deeds of Varl are honored here, and all warriors of worth are buried at the foot of the Two Spears, where they are said to become part of the Varl's march itself. So that's the Varl capital. Where is the human capital? I'm assuming it's way down here in the south because of Prince What's-His-Face complaining about how cold it is. Ah, there it is. Arborang. From humble beginnings to the eventual seat of power for the king, Arborang is the most populated and contested city throughout the human lands. As each new generation of residents builds another ring of walls which sprawl outward from the cliffs, the city continues to grow larger, more indulgent, and more dangerous. Okay, so it's Rome. And then we have a bunch of... Sorry, that made me curious for a second. There is so much map. I get the feeling we're not going to explore all of it in this game, seeing as there's a second one coming up. But what the hell is this? The cardinal directions. Okay, so this is their compass rose. But it's more like a compass snake dragon thing. And we're way over here in Vetterfell. Named Bad Weather, the gales that blow in from the bay and around the mountain peak keep Vetterfell in a generally unpleasant state. What really cemented the name was the kind of person who would live there. Men cast out from Strand for one reason or another with nowhere else to go. Oh, that's a good sign. One more drink for the road. We head north, then east, past the forts. Grofheim's far from Strand. Gonna be a long march. You should have drank last night, Ludin. Why not take the ships to Skrimmerstead? What's the point of marching? The Silverstone Bay is called that for a reason. It stays covered in ice all year. It would tear up the longships. Too bad, though. We could have shown you all the wonders of Skrimmerstead. A half-sunken city crawling with dredge prints. Dredge and glaciers. You like glaciers? Ludin exhales through the nose, a poor disguise for his contempt. He turns and bats aside the tent flaps as he goes, barking at his company in the distance. Don't poke the anthill, Wagner. He seems no happier to be here than you. Spend a few more days with the boy, old friend. You'll be looking for a tall cliff to hop off, too. Luden's got a shorter wick than Hakan. Thanks, Wagner. Let's get moving. Another half day to Vetterfell if we're lucky. Yep. And then I can rest. Oh, this is important. A high morale will reduce casualties more and affect your willpower in combat. Each passing day will use supplies, so only rest when necessary. A training tent will be allowed to safely try new characters, which I will never use. Yeah, so this is, I suppose, the third screen. And this is where all the upgrading happens. It's also where any special conversation events are likely to go down. Not that we have any at the moment. And then you can rest here to recoup your wounded, because wounds are semi-persistent in this game. And then you can go here to upgrade your people with renown, which we will do right now. I think you can also shop using renown. Click on a unit to view stats, promote ranks, and learn about abilities. So let's look at Gunnulf, because he actually has a promotion. So he can do... So this upgrades his Tempest. At rank 1... Okay, so it actually has a limit on the amount of enemies it hits. Alright. Oh, and we can actually see how much it costs to promote people. Wait, can we rename him? Oh, no. That's just a profile. When Ubin became the Varl King's tax collector, he was given an entourage of bodyguards to help transport gold across Hron. Gunnulf is the only one from the original group still alive, and for good reason. Sweet. Now, wow, he has a lot of room to grow willpower-wise. But let's promote him. It costs, so it builds higher stats and increases your item rank, which we will get into when the time comes. And I believe that little 5 there is how much renown it's going to cost us. Definitely using that, because Gunnulf is awesome. He could use some armor breaking. And then we have 1 more points. I give him more willpower, but I'd rather... Can't upgrade his ability. And then in 1 more kill, he'll get promoted to level 3. So let's give him a point of armor break, because we're going to need those anyway. And let's give him a point of... I'll give him 1 point of exertion. He has plenty of strength. He has a ton of strength. Do we give him more? You know what? I'll do armor. I'll do armor. Try to make him tankier, in a way. Okay, there we go. This is what I wanted. Help screen. Exertion is the amount of willpower you can use on any given action. So he can use none? Oh well. I suppose we'll find out. Then... Nobody else should be able to get promoted at all, but we can read their bios. Luden's Prince of Men, the first heir of a vast kingdom. Though unliked by peers and rivals on account of his highborn attitude, few question his intelligence, combat skills, or courage. Okay. So he's just whiny because he can be. Hakan is something of a legend in Varl culture. When he met Wagner, it was during the Second Great War, in which the two became known for cutting a swath through Dredged where others were struggling just to stay alive. Wagner was always a charismatic leader, but there was no question about which of the two would win in a fight. And then Mogr. Mogr is an old hand in Varl culture, long on the front line of the fight against the Dredge. He's had the occasional brush with leading a clan of his own, but eventually settled well into commanding Wagner's personal army of Varl warriors, and is highly respected amongst them. And then he can do armor breaking and something called Return the Favor. Ah. So it makes his armor break when he gets hit better when he uses his ability. Gotcha. Oh god, and his armor break stat is so good. He can get it up to 4. And his armor is good too. So it seems like they actually have very defined characteristics. I should probably invest a lot into, or I should probably max out Gunnulf's strength. What about you, Hakan? Okay, it seems like he's an all-rounder. And then he can... Oh. Nice. So his thing just lets him hit really hard. And it can like... Oh, yeah, I think I remember this. I think it pushes them. Where it's so hard... Oh, he does the adjacent damage thing. Nice. Yeah, so him and Gunnulf are kind of bash bros. Now we can rest if we need to, which we don't. Our morale seems to be fine, and we have plenty of supplies. So I think we just leave, I guess. Or I don't know. Nah, we won't rest one day, we'll leave.
Wedderfell. Even the name means bad weather, where frozen wind sweeps in from the bay. They tend livestock, but most are just men driven from Strand with nowhere else to go. Why else would anyone stay? We won't stop long.
Darn. There's an achievement for keeping perpetually... I don't remember if it's like perpetually good morale or perpetually great morale. Hopefully it's perpetually good. Because that means we'll still have kept it. Alright, hello peasant. Anything cool going on around you? Oh, there's a giant next to you, that's cool. And there's even, like, look at the detail on this totem pole in the background. God, I love the art in this game. By Hatterborg. That's a lot of Varl for some missing cattle. What? A couple days back, sent word to Strand about the cattle. Didn't expect an army. He looks pleased with himself until it sinks in that you aren't here on his behalf. Where have your cattle gone? Wouldn't know. My boy's seen men up the hills carrying them away. Don't know many men who can hoist a whole cow by himself. Scalfings out here, maybe? Could they have a Varl working for them? Not from what the governor told me. I'm going to take a look around and get camp set up. The peasant spits, his eyes anxiously darting about as the caravan sets up tents. We'll be here no more than a day. There's silver for any food you've got. For hundreds of Varl, are you serious? Whatever you're willing to sell. You thinking of squatting? Not enough room for a couple hunters here. Forget hundreds of... Shut up. Hear that? Where's Ludin? It's faint. Sounds like fighting and something else. Hakan takes off at a run. Ah, Ludin's got himself in trouble. I remember you. Okay, when I need to avoid certain tiles, but I want to point out, these are the Dredged. They're mechanical they look mechanical. I don't think I ever found out what they were actually made out of. And at least, at some point, it looks like we're going to be getting reinforcements. Anything cool out here to look at? Oh, there's a dead shield-bearing dredge, which I remember hating a lot. There's this guy. Alright. I suppose we can actually have a fight now. Spearmen can attack diagonally and up to 2 tiles away. Click the top right banner to compare your stats with the enemies. Oh, I want that on all the time. Armor blocks attacks on strength. For each enemy armor higher than your strength, there's a 10% chance the attack will be deflected. Okay. No. Why are we making a strength attack? No. Deflected attacks do no damage. From here on, you will fail catastrophically if you don't break armor. Damaging both strength and armor is equally important. Well. Sorry about that, friendo. I really wish I knew what these stars were over there, or their portraits. But oh well. Yeah, Dredged are known for having A, really annoying special abilities, and B, a lot of armor and strength. We'll be running into more of them in the future. So let's see. I want Mogre to come up where Mr. Dead Prince of Bel-Air over there is. Whereas I want... Alright, it's time to actually test this. Adjacent Dredge take damage when hit for 3 armor damage or more. Oh wait, no, I want to save that. Because I want to get used to that splinter ability. So let's just break his armor. And you can summon allies. So this guy is definitely the man I want dead. Ah, yes. This is what I wanted. Not really fond of using willpower to move, but I do want to find out if it's a renewable resource. Right, you can't attack diagonally. Can you bring the pain diagonally? Nope. No, you cannot. And then Gunnulf can come over here. And... oh yeah, he literally does not have the ability to use anythings. Oh, wait, he's about to be able to attack, so let's go for the strength break. Oh god, he hit so hard. What is your ability? 100% hit, +1 strength, +1 break target, +1 break to heavy impact. Okay. But I don't think that's what I need right now. I think... nah, I don't want to use him to break armor. Do it anyway, though. You really need to lower this man's armor. No, Gunnulf. Live. Also, I want to make sure that this Dredge over here has to deal with this guy. With, Mogre. Let's break his armor. No. I want to do strength damage, but now it's so not great. Oh well, let's do this instead then. Nice, he lived. Now, Hakan, yes, he can do things. Let's use Sundering Impact. Nice. No, Gunnulf. Fortunately, I think that, unlike Fire Emblem, these guys don't die permanently when they die. Oh well, let's get to work on lowering their strength. Then, Hakan, just spend the willpower and kill that guy. Whenever the enemy falls in battle, 1 willpower star is added to your horn. Using the horn will give 1 willpower to the active ally. Alright? I'm aware. But I'd rather just use that to murder this Dredge immediately. It's okay, these guys need promotions anyway. Hakan? Oh wait, no. I should use the willpower horn. Yeah. Smack him in the face. Get that promotion. My renown grows. Yay. And we get +5 renown. Sweet. You trying to get yourself killed, Ludin? What are you doing? I was trying to get a shot in between the plates. You never seen a dredge before, boy? What kind of idiot break their armor first? Where did they come from? We didn't even see them, they were just there. Hakan goes to where Wagner lies face down. Oh god, that was Wagner. The dead guy in the snow is Wagner. The future Varl King lies motionless, aside from a spreading pool of blood. Wagner's dead. Chapter 2, cut with a keen-edged sword. That's unfortunate. Oh, now we're going to the other POV character. This dude. I don't even remember his name, but I remember playing as him. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that whole thing play out. I also like in that shot how the dredge was just like, huh, an arrow. I wonder what that's about. So let's see. I think you actually do things. Like you do kind of useful things. Oh wait, but I probably shouldn't have you be up too close because then the dredge will get the chance to shoot at you. Bonus damage to targets who have lost armor if the archer is not moved. Okay. So let's just do that. And these two are Rook and Alette. Oh, this dredge is actually... Wait, they eat? I didn't even put that together last time. Let's not move too far. How far can you move? Can we see that? Yes, we can. Oh. You're an archer. Durr. Oh, well. Alright, Alette. I didn't actually check your range. No, my strength. How dare you? Break his armor. It's okay. Have no fear. Alette is here. Let's start lowering his strength. Wow, she has a lot of willpower. Rude. Breaking her armor like that. Then we'll use Mark Prey to get the automatic attack. What? No, it didn't even do anything. Get out of there. He's trying to hit you where you're most vulnerable. Anywhere. Lower his strength. Wow, this guy's just all about breaking armor. You stay away from her. Literally, his last move in this world was to break armor. Sorry, buddy. Right in the face. Yeah, lay down. Yay, 3 renown, we did it. Was that a dredge? Alette looks calm, but you can tell her heart is about to beat right out of her chest. It was. Let me see. Are you hurt? No, I'll be fine. When the dredge attacked your cart and the ox bolted, it spilled most of your supplies. You can see more dark figures moving through the trees when you glance that direction. All that food, that's the last we're gonna get before winter. What do we do? Don't run, let me think. Here's a choice. We need supplies so badly. If we hurry, we can gather them before more dredge appear. I can see them in the trees. Are you sure about this? No, we have to try. Be quick. Olette calms the ox while you frantically toss supplies back into the cart. More dredge emerge, but you manage to get the cart moving again before they can close in. The colossal figures slowly recede into the distance. Yes, supplies. Supplies represent food and other goods used to keep everyone alive on the road. When supplies are gone, people will start to die of starvation. The more people are in the caravan, the faster supplies will diminish. You can see how many days of supplies you have. Yeah, I know this one. Yes. Supplies, we need those so badly. No, we have normal morale. We somehow already failed. I don't even know. Hopefully that doesn't count. Because I have no idea how we'd even control that. So now we're headed into town. Can we pan during this? Nope. I want to see more of this forest.
I never expected to see the dredge with my own eyes. What happened in the north? Already we see more between the trees as we approach our home, and Olette grips my hand tight. We must find Ivor.
Alright. That's why we're moving as slowly as humanly possible. Or I don't know, as yaks possible? Because that seems to be what's pulling the cart. Oh, hi guys. Hi, Dredge. Could you stop looking at me? It's really creeping me out. Ivor. The enormous Varl in question towers over the men in the training field. He squints as you approach. Already back, Huntsmaster. Thought you'd be tomorrow. Dredge everywhere. Dredge? How did they get through Greyhorn? Must have broken through the fort. Look at that. It's another ship. Why are there so many ships here? They're everywhere. Like, is it just like a Noah's Ark situation? Like the flood happened and they're disassembling them for wood to build their houses with? What is going on? The fighters nearby have stopped sparring. They gather around you. Damn it. They'll be here soon if they're not already. You hear screams. From the outskirts, people are running toward the Great Hall. Ivor turns to one of the older boys in his group of fighters. Eagle, take Olette to the Great Hall. Tell the chieftain what's happening. The rest of you gather up as many people as you can. Come on, Olette. No, wait. I want to help. We could use the archer. We could really use the help. Damn it, don't you blink at me. Go with Eagle, Olette. Olette looks like she might protest, but scowls and runs off to safety. Gods, Rook, don't start telling them I know what I'm doing. I know it's a stretch, but they bought it. What's the plan? Just hold off any dredge we see until everyone's inside, then we figure it out. More shouts draw your attention to some houses atop a nearby hill. Alright. I'm guessing that's where the next fight is, but... For starters, I want to pan over here. Look at this detail. I want to friggin' marry the artist who did the background work for this game. It's so finely detailed. Yeah, I think that's our next fight, but... For the first episode, I believe we are going to call it here. Or, not the first episode. What am I even saying? The second episode. We're going to call it here. Next time, we'll go deal with whatever is in these houses. Probably Dredge, I would have to assume. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and a comment if you like what you saw. Always appreciated. And I will see you next time.